Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I really want to talk to you about where we're trying to go with Providence Place, and in particular, how we're trying to build a true community in Providence Place campuses. So what does it mean to be a true community? Well, we think that there are four kind of characteristics of a real community. The first one is that everyone feels a sense of belonging, like I'm a full member, I'm welcome here, people value me, and they give me respect. And in fact, I have to be respectful of others as a member of the community. The second thing that makes a true community is influence, not just input. People need to feel some sense that what they say matters, that their thoughts, ideas, needs, and wishes actually count as decisions are made. The third thing that we think of as important to form a real community are relationships. And that's the one that we've done brilliantly at so far, where residents and staff members have great relationships with one another and deep and meaningful ones. I'm confident that that's the piece that we've gotten right so far. And the last one is people need to have a sense of purpose and meaning. They need to feel like they still contribute to the community in different ways. Some people may contribute by supporting others, or helping a neighbor, or volunteering to lead a club or committee. But that sense of, I'm still worth something, I still contribute, is super important to forming a real community. You know, when you walk into a community that has that authentic feeling of community, you can feel it just walking around and observing the interaction between team members and residents. First of all, you often hear them teasing or joking with one another. Sometimes you find that you might have trouble figuring out which person is a member of the staff and which one's a resident. And we used to worry about that, but we don't anymore, because that's what makes residents feel equal. They don't feel like we make all the decisions, because we don't anymore. We let them have some control. You know, it's amazing. One of the stories I just heard the other day was a resident moved in and his wife remained in their home, and he's been apart from his wife for several weeks now, and he's rehabilitating, and they haven't yet decided whether she's going to join him at Providence Place or he's going to return home. But he was clearly lonely, missing his wife. And the maintenance director in the building stops in every day to chat about a hobby that the two of them have in common. And I didn't even know this until somebody mentioned it to me. But that resident is so appreciative of the relationship that's grown between him and our maintenance director that it was just really neat to see how nobody had to tell anybody for that to happen. It just happened because somebody who works at Providence Place noticed that somebody seemed a little lonely. Well, first of all, I think it makes for an environment in which people have more fun together. There's more laughter, there's more conversation, and you know, from the standpoint of a team member, I think that work is less about the task and more about interacting with another person. One of the observations I've had recently was I was observing one of our chaplain-led Circle of Friends groups. And it's kind of a support group for residents in which they talk about a particular topic at a meeting, like who was the person who had the biggest influence on your life. And they all, you know, these 10 or 12 residents talk about that person in their life. And then at the end of each meeting, one resident tells their life story, briefly, 15 minutes. And what I enjoy when I look at that group is I see residents supporting one another. And that's what I think of when I think of a true community. Because in the past, we were always the ones supporting residents. Our staff was helping. What's really cool is when you see residents helping each other, you know they feel purposeful, they feel valuable, and it's wonderful to see that happen. And I think that what a lot of staff members and residents will say, you're like a second family. And that's the feeling that pervades the building. I hope you'll join me in trying to make Providence Place a true community for everyone, for the residents who live here and for the team members who work here. Thanks for listening. I look forward to working with you.